Okay, so obviously this is not a typical video. We didn't even do the intro that we normally do for a video on our channel, but a couple things have changed and I want to do this update for the channel. So obviously I'm not in the studio. This is going to potentially be my new studio. The reason why I say potentially is because there's this line from the movie Flypaper that I've kind of been living by, that it just struck me to the core when I heard it, and that is, you want to make God laugh, tell him all about your plans. So the tentative plan, best laid plan, mice and men, is that this will be the new studio. But things change. I might get another location. The old location may become the main studio again. It's kind of a crapshoot right now, and it's entirely possible that, this isn't the new studio, but as it stands, this will potentially be the new studio. And, I don't even know if this is the camera angle I want to do. There's probably an echo in this room right now because there needs to get more stuff put in here. But it's going to be a work in progress. Also, you will see videos still from the old studio. I will probably still film a couple of things at the old studio at some point. But just over time, this theoretically will become the main studio. But the other thing is that there's a couple of changes with the channel that we're going to go over real quick today. You can always use the chapters to jump to the parts if you feel like I'm rambling for too long. But the next thing is, some of the things that we have been doing are going to be wound down, and some of the things that we have been doing are going to stay the same. So one of the things that is kind of winding down but not is the Box Office Bomb series. Basically, the goal was to cover everything on Wikipedia's Box Office Bomb list. But the problem is, every time I go to edit the next video, which is a movie I really want to talk about, Valerian and a City of a Thousand Planets, something comes up like a new movie review or a game video that I'm working on, tips and tricks, something in real life, and so that video I've already filmed, but it's been delayed months, and I wasn't planning on that. So with the Box Office Bomb series, I still really want to do that. I still want to keep with it, but it might be another 6 or 7 months before I even get that Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets video out. So the Box Office Bomb series is kind of on hiatus right now. It's not dissolved and dead, but it's not coming back with a vengeance either. It's just on a medium burner, as it were. It's not on the big burner, it's not on the back burner. It's just kind of on hiatus. Something that is kind of on the back burner right now is the Console Wars podcast. I love the title of that. I can't believe I was the only person that used that name for a podcast. I liked the concept of it, but just honestly, the numbers were not doing anything for the channel. I was just getting 30 views after a few weeks. I was getting, probably my best one was 130 views, which is atrociously terrible. And so the concept of Console Wars Podcast was always meant to be me talking about the news with a group of people. Kind of like Meet the Press or, Face the Nation on Sunday morning, but instead of it being politics, it was with video games and video game news. The problem is, I don't have enough people to do that. Yes, Fabulous Loris, who has been on many videos on the channel, she's still with the channel, but that show kind of requires more than 2 people, and so Console Wars Podcast, I don't want to say it's dead, but it's on hold. It's on the back burner. It might be a while before I do anything else with that, which sucks because I really want to do stuff with those videos. You could see some of my old Console Wars Podcast videos and kind of see what I was doing. Take that and just imagine if I was talking with people about it, for like an hour. But just the amount of work I had put into doing it and the numbers we were getting, it wasn't conducive to the channel growing. I'm still unable to do live streams even at this new location. The internet just doesn't support it. I don't know how little Timmy can do a live stream, but me, who has been doing this for almost 10 years, still can't get decent internet to work in my area. So anytime someone says, makes the comment that like everyone in America has internet, why are you complaining? This is why, because even today in the United States, I'm having a lot of problems with internet, even being able to do this channel on the limited internet that I have. For something a little bit more obscure that I haven't talked about in a while, the Xbox One S giveaway, that's still a thing. I did not cheap out on that. I did not go, what giveaway? I am sitting on that. I have had a couple of opportunities to just keep it and use it for friends and family, but I'm sticking by my guns. It is still a giveaway. You can watch one of the old Console War podcasts to kind of get the rules, but basically what that was, if you aren't interested in looking at some of the old videos, we were doing this giveaway. Once we get to 1,020 subscribers, we were going to pick one person who contacted us through X or Facebook and basically give them an Xbox One S. We would cover the shipping cost, obviously, but it was just kind of a thing to help boost viewership on the channel. It didn't really help, but we did have some people reach out and say, hey, I'm interested in that. They did do the stuff that we were asking them to do, like liking, subscribing, sharing videos across social media just to get the word out about a channel. You can still do that, and we are almost to 1,000 at the time of this recording. We're 9 away from 1,000 subscribers. So it is kind of an exciting time. Hopefully the algorithm stops holding us down once we pass 1,000, because I know a lot of people like to say that it's not the algorithm, you're just not a good channel. And they might be right, but at the same time, it's very obvious when day 1, you're getting good numbers, day 2, you're getting good numbers, day 3, no views whatsoever. Day 4, no views whatsoever. It's what happened? Okay, if it was natural, it'd be a natural decline. But just to get 60 views day 1, 120 views day 2, and then day 3, 0, that's something going on. And so, the giveaway was to try and break through the algorithm, and hopefully after 1,000 subscribers, that will happen as well. Now, if everyone says, oh yeah, we already have a Series X, I'm going to keep the Xbox One. But I know it's an old console, but it's what I had to work with. In terms of other things on the channel, the series, I don't think you've seen this film, that is going to continue, although it may see a lot of delays. There's so many movies out there that, in my mind, are outstanding films that, anytime I bring them up to people, it's I've never heard of that film. And that's why I kind of started that series, was just, hey, these are amazing films that most people haven't seen, and you really need to try them out. Some of them are kind of silly, some of them are good, dumb fun, others are masterpieces that were overlooked. And so that series is going to continue. I plan on doing many more videos on those, and I just haven't got around to doing the next one yet, just because of all the things that have happened. And another thing that has happened with the channel that is important to note is that I did start a new job recently that has taken up a lot of my time. And because of that, some of these changes are going into effect, and some may even more in the future. That is to be determined. But yes, this new job has been taking up a lot of time, and I have missed some big things like the release of Jurassic World, Superman, Fantastic Four. And I do have thoughts on those 3 films. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on those 3 films, please sign off in the comments down below and let me know if you want to see those videos. If not, I won't do them and I'll just move on, and you might hear about them in my year-end like best and worst movies of the year video. I really enjoy doing those at the end of each year, and I plan on doing one this year as well. Other things that are going to continue, Trips and Tricks will continue. I like doing that before certain games. There are some video games, it's just not really relevant. Like, case in point, I just got done playing with the Fabulous Lourdes, The Wolf Among Us, and honestly, there's not a lot of tips and tricks for that video game. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's not a lot of learning curve with it. Also, as usual, game reviews are going to be continuing on as usual. My last video was Doom the Dark Ages review. I do plan on having more Doom content, but this is not exclusively a Doom channel. There's other stuff coming. Case in point, I'm starting to build up the fighting game videos that I'm doing, and you can see that in the playlist, All Things Fighting. That also includes like movies that involve fighting and whatnot, just all things fighting. Now, I will say that I am making another massive change to video content on this channel, and that is with movie reviews. So whenever I do a movie review, I like utilizing footage from the film. I've always enjoyed movie reviews that do that. The problem is I have been having so many problems with movie studios copyright striking me over fair use. And I have every legal right to do a review and utilize their trailer videos. I'm not even showing spoiler stuff outside the trailers. I'm just using trailer footage, and I keep getting copyright strike on these reviews that I do. And it is just such a nuisance that I'm probably going to resort to only having trailer footage at the opening, title card of the video, and then just using still images for the rest of the movie review. This is only going to be with movies and not video game reviews, because video game companies aren't as ridiculously obnoxious as movie companies are. And like, just case in point, for example, my end of the year worst and best movies of the year, every single best movie of the year video I have made, I have gotten copyright strike. I am literally saying that your movie is among the best I have seen this year, and I still get a copyright strike. I try and fight it, and it's just, nope, we are holding it to you, and you will not be able to make any monetary money off this. And so I'm just kind of like throwing my hands up. It's like, I'm not going to use movie footage in my movie reviews anymore. And the opening title card, I'll use a little bit of the trailer, and usually I get that short enough that I don't get struck for it. And usually when they stand by a copyright strike, it's not that part. It's always someplace in the video. I didn't keep it short to like 5 seconds. And then, like, last but not least, I do have a newish movie review that I will be doing this week. Hopefully I can get out before the end of the week. And it'll be of a relatively new movie that's out theaters. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's kind of all the new updates for the channel. I'm sorry this video went so long, but hopefully you guys will keep to it. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers, so tell your friends, share these videos, leave a like, even a dislike. Hell, I think dislikes will help move the channel at this point. Just try and help us get over to the 1,000 mark. It really would mean a lot. So anyway, my name is Christopher Kyle with 11 Hour Views, and that will be all for today.